The first of games in 2 days between these two teams today, live from Fort Lee at the Dr. Allen W. Sugarman Sports Complex. High school baseball on deck for you as the Fort Lee Bridgemen take on the Dwight Morrow Maroon Raiders. Hello, everybody. My name is Charlie Carbonetto. Good to be keeping you company for this one. The Maroon Raiders coming into this game with a 2-8 record, 1-5 overall in the Big North, and Fort Lee comes into this game one of the hottest teams in Bergen County, 7-4 overall and 3-1 in the Big North. Currently sitting just a full game back of Ridgefield Park for the conference lead. Let's meet how Dwight Morrow will line up. Number 24, Raylan Uceta, plays shortstop. He leads off. Number 3, William Lopez, the first baseman, bats second. Luis De Leon will pitch and hit third. Adrian Gonzalez does the catching and hits fourth. Cooper Juan will play center field and hit fifth. Angel Garcia will play third base and hit sixth. Johnny Ragunath will play left field and hit seventh. The designated hitter today is Caleb Guzman. He bats eighth. Number 4, Charlie King, plays second base and hits ninth. The Maroon Raiders are coached by A.J. Torre in his first season. Fort Lee will hand the ball to Gabe Garcia today, the junior right-hander who comes into this game with a 3.33 ERA. He has thrown 21 innings. He's got a 17K to 8 walk ratio. He has been really solid, and he gets another start today here at home as Fort Lee looks to continue this stretch of games that have seen them have a lot of success. First pitch of the day is outside for a ball. Fort Lee had been winners of 5 straight before dropping a contest to Paramus Catholic, as that ball is swung at and missed by Uceta. Garcia is ahead in this count 1-2, and he has his first strikeout of the day, as Uceta is down on strikes, and there's one out here in the first inning. This is now William Lopez at the plate. 6 hits and 20 at-bats on the year. Hitting .250. Takes that first pitch for a ball. Does have 6 RBIs, and he has drawn 5 walks. That pitch finds the corner edge of the plate, and the count is even at 1. That ball is swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Garcia generating a good number of swings and misses early in this contest. The 1-2 pitch, that one is chopped over. Kim plays it on a high hop, throws it on to first, and it is not in time. It's an infield single in the first hit of the day for the Maroon Raiders. As Luis De Leon will now come up to the plate. De Leon just 9 at-bats on the season. Has had some success, hitting .333. One of his 3 hits left the yard for a home run. Comes up here with the runner on first. First pitch misses for ball 1. And this ball is popped high in the sky. It's deep. Heading back on it is Lee, and he's not going to get there. It's going to take a skip over the fence, and that'll be a fortunate skip for the Bridgemen, as it's going to hold runners at second and third, but De Leon is into second base with the ground rule double. And some business is brewing early on for the Maroon Raiders. As Adrian Gonzalez now will come to the plate. And he leads the team in hits with 9. Has that average up near 400. First pitch to him, misses outside for a ball. Dwight Morrow trying to capitalize on this early opportunity. That pitch is in there for a strike. Last saw Garcia pitch just 6 days ago against Dumont, a game where he threw 87 pitches and was able to give the Bridgman 7 innings of 3-hit, no-run baseball. And it's 2-2 now. His command, as it has been really all season long, was quite good in that game. Struck out 5 and walked just the one hitter. In what was his longest outing of the year. He's ran into some early trouble here, but it's 2-2 at the plate. That pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Luke Senator does a good job of staying in front of it, who starts behind home plate today for Fort Lee, serving as Garcia's battery mate. And the 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. That's a big strikeout for Garcia. There's 2 gone, and it's his second strikeout of the afternoon. So now 2 outs here. Runners on second and third for the Maroon Raiders. Cooper Wan will come up to the plate and try to pick up his teammate. 4 hits in 13 at-bats this season. That pitch gets away from Senator, but Lopez is going to hang tight at third base. And it's 1-0 now in the count. Ball 2. Garcia sets and fires the 2-0. Chopped foul down the third baseline. Dwight Morrow coming off a tight road loss at the hands of Lodi. That came just 3 days ago. The Maroon Raiders fell short in that game by a score of 7-6. Their second 1-run game of the year. That one is floated across the plate for a strike, and Garcia's now just 1 pitch away from getting out of this early jam. He looks in, gets his sign from Senator, stretches and offers. That one is chopped back. Garcia has it, throws it on to first, and the inning is over. So the Maroon Raiders get 2 hits, but no runs. Garcia leaves them stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Back here for the bottom of the first inning. Fort Lee will get their first chance at the plate. Let's see how they'll line up for Pete Kraljic. Leading off is second baseman, the freshman Stephen King. Luke Senator bats second and does the catching. Jacob Greenberg plays right field, hits third. Hitting fourth is Nico Sango. He plays first base. Jack Dorcom is the third baseman. He hits fifth. Marcus Lee plays shortstop. He bats sixth. Gabe Garcia, we already saw him on the mound. He hits seventh. CJ Senator plays center field and hits eighth. And Max Greenberg is the designated hitter. He will hit ninth. They will face De Leon on the mound today. Luis De Leon, the senior right-hander, has thrown 91 pitches on the year, but just the 3 innings pitched. He has an 11.67 ERA. He has allowed 5 earned runs across those 3 innings. He's going to face a Fort Lee offense today that has scored 72 runs on the year. Before the loss to Paramus Catholic, they were a team that had scored 8 runs in 4 of their previous 5 contests. So they have certainly showed the ability to rally for a good number of runs at the plate. And back on their home turf today, they'll look to get the offense going early. Now, Stephen Kim will lead things off. 14 hits and 35 at-bats. Hitting an impressive and even number 400 on the year. He has done just about everything you can ask of a leadoff hitter. Consistently setting the table for the middle of the lineup. De Leon's first offering of the day is upstairs. Kim chases after that one. It was above the strike zone, and it's 1-1. Kim has also been a run producer when given the opportunities. 9 runs batted in on the season. So that pitch is upstairs. You know, when you're a leadoff hitter, not too often are you coming up with guys on base, but when those situations have happened, Kim has delivered all the same. It's 2-1 in this at-bat. De Leon fires. Pitch stays outside, and Kim finds himself in a hitter's count. And 3-1 delivery. Ball 4, Kim is aboard, and Fort Lee has their leadoff runner aboard here in the bottom of the first. As Luke Senator now will come to the plate. Senator hitting .382 on the year. 13 hits in 34 at-bats. Takes that pitch across the plate for a called first strike. Has built off a freshman season where he saw limited opportunities, was able to grab 8 hits and 41 at-bats, and now this year in that starting catching role has really been good. He takes that one low in the zone. In Fort Lee's last game against Ridgefield, Senator saw a 7-game hitting streak snapped as that one is chopped over foul. Was able to still be a part of the offense in that game, scoring 2 runs. The 1-2 to Senator. Chopped high in the air. Charging is Garcia. Makes the throw to first. It's not in time. And that'll go down as an infield single for Luke Senator. And now Jacob Greenberg will come up to the plate. Greenberg, 15 hits on the year. That leads the team. Takes that pitch for a called first strike. Greenberg is also tied for the team lead in RBIs with 12. He swings and misses at that one. And he finds himself in an 0-2 hole at the plate. Saw the Maroon Raiders get 2 runners in scoring position in the top half of the first and not be able to push any across. Fort Lee hoping it'll be a different story for them if they have runners on first and second here with nobody out. The 0-2 pitch runs a bit inside, and it's 1-2. And that pitch is tap foul. These two teams will meet again tomorrow. That time the Maroon Raiders will host the Bridgman. In a game that's slated for 4:15 first pitch. De Leon looks in, stretches and fires. That pitch is fouled off. Greenberg doing a good job of extending this at bat. So he makes Luis De Leon work for the first out of this inning. That pitch gets away. Runners are going to advance. Kim moves into third base. And Senator moves into second, and the count is 2-2. In Fort Lee's last win over Ridgefield, early runs were a big factor in that one. Scored 3 in the first and 9 in the first 3 innings. That pitch is in there for a called third strike. Greenberg is put away, and there's one out here. And Bridgman were able to get 12 hits in that game. And a 5-inning shutout performance from Jacob Greenberg on the mound. This is Nico Sango at the plate. And he takes that first pitch for a ball. It gets by Gonzalez, but he scurries over to it. And runners will stay put. Oh, that ball may have went underneath the backstop and out of play. And they're going to award Stephen Kim home base. And Senator will move into third. So it's the first run of the day, and the Bridgmen have a 1-0 lead. So now Sango will try to add on to it. He's got another runner 90 feet away. And the 1-0 pitch to him is high and inside, and it's 2-0. So for a second straight game, Fort Lee has scored a first inning run. There's been a combination of good pitching and good hitting that has propelled Fort Lee to the wins that they've had this year. As that pitch is fouled off. I already mentioned the offensive numbers, but 2 of their last 3 games, they've been able to shut out their opponents. And those were 2 of 3 Fort Lee shutouts on the year. It's 2-1 to Sango at the plate. Takes that pitch inside. Sango is a .243 hitter, a sophomore first baseman. He's ahead in this count, 3-1. And that pitch is outside, ball 4. Runners at the corners now for Fort Lee as Jack Dorcom comes to the plate. It's the second walk of the inning issued by De Leon. And Jack Dorcom will try to capitalize on it. 11 hits, 12 RBIs on the year. They throw over to first base and check on Sango. He's back in there safely. Dorcom awaiting the first offering of this at-bat. It's in there for a strike. Sango is going to take second base, and Fort Lee has 2 runners in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch. That misses for ball 1. A swung and a miss, and it's 1-2. Dorcom registered 3 hits and 3 RBIs. All 3 of those hits were singles against Ridgefield in Fort Lee's last win. Looking for a couple more RBIs here. That pitch is low and inside, so it's 2-2. Good eye from Dorcom. He watches that one float outside. Dorcom, another sophomore in this lineup. He has drawn 7 walks on the season. That leads the team. Has pretty good discipline at the plate. De Leon's 3-2 pitch is outside for ball number 4. The bases are going to be loaded here for Fort Lee. Still just 1 out in the inning, as Marcus Lee will get an opportunity to hit. Lee has been extremely good out of the 7th spot for Fort Lee. 13 hits, 35 at-bats, .371 batting average. 12 singles on the year, as Dwight Morrow is going to have a mound visit. And departs, and De Leon will try to get out of this inning without allowing any more additional damage. Dwight Morrow shaded in normal depth in the infield. Third baseman Garcia is a little bit in at the corner. Marcus Lee will try to add on to this Fort Lee lead. De Leon will work out of the windup. Lee fouls that one off of his foot. Hobbles around home plate a little bit. He'll shake it off and get ready to receive pitch number 2. As a team, Fort Lee hitting .295. Again, Lee a big part of that. Second on the team in hits. The 0-1 in the dirt, ball 1. Pitch finds the strike zone. Lee awaits the 1-2 offering. De Leon delivers. This ball is tapped foul. De Leon has worked a couple of 2-strike counts, but either by way of wisely passing on balls outside of the strike zone or fouling off pitches that are in the strike zone, Fort Lee has produced some tough at-bats in this first inning. De Leon trying to end one here. He's ahead of 1-2. He winds and fires. That pitch is in the dirt and the count's even. Marcus Lee, a career .398 hitter in his time as a Bridgeman. As a sophomore last year, hit .488 with 21 hits and 43 at-bats. That pitch runs inside and the count is full. De Leon in danger here with a full count, nowhere to put Lee. Senator on third, Sengo on second, Dorcom on first. Fort Lee knocking on the door. And the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 just low. And the Bridgemen get their second run of the game. It's another walk issued by De Leon. As Senator comes across the plate to score. And now the 7th hitter Fort Lee has sent to the plate this inning is Gabe Garcia, who will try to help himself now and provide a little more insurance for when he's back there on the mound. He takes an aggressive swing at that first pitch and fouls it off. Garcia, when he has hit this year, is 4 for 19. He has drawn 4 walks and has been hit by 3 pitches, so he's found ways to get on base at a consistent rate. And he sends this one. It's a line drive caught by Uceda at second. He's going to take it back himself. And it's a double play to end the inning, but not before Fort Lee strikes for 2 runs. The Maroon Raiders will try to answer when we come back. As we welcome you back here for the top of the second inning, I want to take a moment to thank today's sponsors, the law offices of Deborah L. Pico, William T. Birch Children's Fund, Sedona Tap House, Fort Lee Soccer Club, the law office of Mark J. Sokolich, and the Finest Construction. Thanks for your support. The Bridgemen were able to give Gabe Garcia a little bit of run support as he climbs back on the mound for his second inning of work. Bridgemen already out to a 2-0 lead in this contest. We're able to capitalize on a few walks issued and put a base hit in play, and we're able to score 2 runs. Garcia entered today with all 110 pitches available. Looks like Senator behind the plate might be changing some sort of piece of equipment, but he comes out from the dugout, is back out there now. In the first inning, Garcia was able to work around 2 base hits and get a strikeout and leave some guys stranded. And now Angel Garcia will stride to the box and kick things off for the Maroon Raiders in this inning. Garcia has a team-high 8 hits on the year. He swings at that first pitch. Lee is over, fumbles it for a second, has time, makes the throw. And there's the first out of the inning. A nice job by Lee not to panic after fumbling it initially. Just took a step over, picked it up, fired a good throw, and there's 1 out. As Johnny Raghunath will now come to the plate. Raghunath has 4 hits and 18 at-bats this year. It's a Dwight Morrow team that enters today on a 4-game losing streak. Their last win came back on April 13th against Elmwood Park, a game they won on the road by a score of 14-3. As it's 1-2 now to Raghunath. Garcia sets and fires. That ball is fouled off, so we'll do it again. Garcia working quickly. This pitch is inside. Even at 2, Garcia winds and fires. That one's upstairs. Garcia walked just 1 batter in his last appearance. That pitch is fouled off. And it's 3-2. Pitch fouled off yet again. Left-handed hitter Garcia, or Raghunath, excuse me. And a good battle at the plate. 9th pitch of the at-bat. In there for a called 3rd strike. And there's 2 away. 3rd strikeout of the day for Garcia. First one, and he sends away a hitter looking. As Caleb Guzman now, the designated hitter, gets a chance to hit for the first time. He looks at that pitch for a called 1st strike, and it's 0-1. Swung on a miss, and it's 0-2. Garcia looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And this ball is lifted into left field. Not going to get there is Greenberg. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Guzman is thinking 3, but it looks like it rolled under the fence. So I imagine Guzman is going to be sent back to second base, and he will be. So for the second consecutive inning, the Red Raiders have a runner in scoring position. This time it does come with 2 outs. That's second extra base hit of the day for Dwight Morrow as well. And now Charlie King will come to the plate. King hitting .286 on the year, 6 for 21. 2 RBIs. Base hit here would most likely add to that. First pitch just off the mark. And pitches in there for a strike. We've seen at times this year some base path traffic generated against Garcia, but for the most part, he has done a good job of not allowing that to affect his efficiency on the mound. And this pitch is swung on and missed. And it's 1-2. Garcia trying to leave another runner stranded. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, gets away from Senator. And Guzman is going to trot over to third base and move a station over. Back towards the middle. How about this? Garcia snags it, and the inning is over. So a nice piece of glove work from the pitcher ends the inning. Dwight Morrow strands another runner in scoring position. We head to the bottom of the second. Fort Lee with an early lead. Back here for the bottom of the second inning, CJ Senator will be the hitter. The freshman center fielder who hits 8th for Fort Lee. Having a nice freshman season, hitting .273. Takes first pitch out wide for ball 1. Senator, who we saw used as just a defensive player in some early games, has now been a part of the lineup as of late, with 11 at-bats on the year. All of them, or excuse me, not all of them, but 6 of the 11 of them coming in Fort Lee's last 3 games. He sends this one down the third base line. It is foul. Currently riding a mini 2-game hitting streak. 3 hits in his last 5 at-bats. Try to continue that success today. He's ahead in this count, 3-1. Walks were an issue in inning number 1 for De Leon. Issued 4 free passes. Did a good job of pitching around those, though. Just the 2 runs. And the 3-1 offering. Popped up foul. And off the backstop, and it's 3-2. Another full count here early in this game. Feels like we've had a lot of them. And the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. It's another walk. And for the second straight inning, Fort Lee has their leadoff runner aboard. As Max Greenberg will now come to the plate. Greenberg, in 30 at-bats on the year, has just 3 hits. Has come across the plate to score 10 runs. They throw over, check on Senator at first. Pretty close, but Senator was able to get back there. As this pitch is fouled back, and it's 0-1. They check on Senator one more time. This one gets away from Lopez, but doesn't stray too far. And Senator will stay at first base. Senator does have a stolen base to his name already this season. So that pitch is high to Greenberg at the plate, and it's 1-1. De Leon looks in. Greenberg calls time and will reset up in the box here. So he patiently awaits the 1-1 pitch. That one just misses for ball 2. De Leon sets and fires. That pitch misses as well. It's ball 3. Bridgman trying to stir up some more traffic on the base paths. Did a good job of that in inning number 1. Utilizing some patience at the plate, trying to do the same here. It's 3-1 to Greenberg. De Leon looks in and gets his sign. Brings his hands together and will stretch and fire. Greenberg chases after that one up in the zone, and it's 3-2. De Leon delivers the 3-2 pitch, ball 4 in the dirt. So now the Fort Lee lineup will flip back to Stephen Kim, who led off today's game with a walk. Now they're going to come out to the mound and have a conversation with De Leon. So they try to calm him down here. Dangerous part of the Fort Lee order coming up to the plate. Going to make sure he is ready to go out and face him. And this is one of those opportunities that I talked about earlier on in the first inning. When guys have been on base for Stephen Kim to drive home, he has usually delivered on that promise. 9 RBIs on the year. He comes up here with nobody out and runners on first and second. And the way Fort Lee's offense has been humming lately has been the case when they've been able to start scoring runs. It has just been, or from there, it has been almost like they've been pedaling downhill. They've just shown a good ability to pour things on when things are going right. Kim has been a big part of that. He sends that one over. It's picked up. There's an out at third, thrown on to first, and it's a double play. Heck of a play made by Garcia at third base. He steps on the bag and delivers a good throw over. And now Luke Senator will try to pick things up. Senator reached on an infield single in his first at-bat. He looks at that one upstairs for ball one. That's just a big-time defensive play from Garcia over there at third base. Keeps a potential big Fort Lee inning, or makes a big Fort Lee inning a little bit more unlikely. And Angel Garcia was able to snag that ball and help his pitcher out a little bit. It's 1-1 now to Senator. Senator looks at ball two. He fouls that one back, and it's 2-2. So 2 Bridgemen have reached by way of the walk in this inning. But now De Leon is a pitch away from working around those 2 without allowing any runs. It's 2-2 to Senator. De Leon looks in, brings his hands together, stretches and fires. That pitch is outside. It's ball 3. Another full count. The 3-2 delivery. Rolled over, right side, picked up by King. His throw to first is in time, and De Leon is out of another jam. He holds the Bridgmen scoreless in this inning. We go to the top of the third, Fort Lee 2, Dwight Morrow 0. Raylan, you said it will lead things off for Dwight Morrow in inning number 3. 2 hits so far, or excuse me, 3 hits so far for the Maroon Raiders. No runs. First pitch misses for a ball. You said has struck out in his first at-bat. He has had a very successful start to the season, though. 7 for 20. That average just below 368. This one is rolled over. Lee has it. Flicks it on to first. Nice pick out of the turf by Sengo, and there's one gone. That was a nice piece of first baseman work by Nico Sengo. Saw Sengo play the role of hero exactly a week ago today against Dumont. Delivered a walk-off single in that game. First pitch of this at-bat to William Lopez is in the dirt for ball 1. One misses as well, and it's 2-0. 3-0 now. Garcia has generated 3 outs by way of the ground ball and 3 outs by way of the strikeout. So that pitch is outside for ball 4. This time he issues a walk. It's the first all walk he's issued today. And it leads to Luis De Leon coming up for his second at-bat with a runner on first. We saw De Leon deliver a drive into left center field for a ground rule double back in inning number 1. He'll look for more of the same here against his fellow pitcher Garcia on the mound. This pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. When Garcia has kept the ball low today, and it's been difficult for these Maroon Raiders hitters to have success against them. And that pitch is in there for a strike. We've seen a couple of balls that have been left up in the zone, and the Maroon Raiders have taken advantage with 2 doubles. This one is hit high in the air, deep right center field. Greenberg and Senator coming on. They won't make the catch. It's going to roll to the wall. They're going to wave Lopez home, and he will score. It's an RBI double for Luis De Leon, and the Maroon Raiders are within 1. So De Leon has helped himself quite a bit with 2 doubles in the game and now an RBI. And it's De Leon's 3rd RBI of the season. Still just 1 out here, and Adrian Gonzalez now coming up to the plate. First pitch to him misses for a ball. Three extra base hits now for Dwight Morrow. This one's popped high in the sky, shallow outfield. Lee takes a few steps back, gets under it, and makes the grab. And there's 2 away. First fly ball out generated by Garcia. And now Cooper Wan, who grounded out to Garcia in his first at-bat, gets a chance here to do some 2-out damage. First pitch to him misses for ball 1. Pitch is in there. And the 1-1. That misses. 2-1. Well, the Maroon Raiders have registered hits in every inning. For this inning, they've stranded 3 in scoring position. Garcia hoping to strand a 4th and take this Fort Lee lead into the bottom of the 3rd. Lee slides, grabs it, makes the throw. Sango can't dig it out. Not sure the throw would have been in time anyway. But that'll go down as a single for Cooper Wan. Heck of an effort from Marcus Lee over there at shortstop. Nearly made a spectacular play, but just not meant to be. And now there's runners at the corners now for Dwight Morrow. As Angel Garcia will come up to the plate. Garcia grounded out to Lee in his first at-bat. He swings and misses at that one. 5th hit of the day for Dwight Morrow. It's an offense that came into today with 49 hits on the year across the 10 games. So they have already exceeded their average. And he swings and fouls that one back. It's 0-2. That last run snaps a 9-inning scoreless streak from Garcia. He's hoping it's just the one run, though. He's ahead in this count 0-2. He struck out 3 on today. The 0-2 pitch popped up foul. The 0-2 tapped. Lee picks it up, steps on second, and the inning is over, but not before Luis De Leon drives in a run with a double. It's 2-1 heading to the bottom of the 3rd. Jacob Greenberg will come to the plate for his second at-bat of the day. Struck out in inning number 1. Welcome back here to the Dr. Allen W. Sugarman Sports Complex. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. Fort Lee currently with a 2-1 lead. Have had just 1 hit today, but have been the benefactors of 6 walks issued by the Maroon Raiders. This pitch runs inside, and it's 2-0. And Greenberg sends this one down the third base line, but it's foul. Greenberg hitting .417 on the year. That pitch is in there for a called strike. It's got 12 RBIs, tied for the team lead. 3 doubles, which is also tied for the team lead. Fort Lee has hit 14 doubles on the year, and Greenberg is down on strikes again. There's one gone here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Nico Sango, who walked in his first plate appearance. Gets another chance to face De Leon here. That pitch is upstairs for a ball. Sango's got 8 RBIs on the year. And he drives this one into right field. Going back on it and making the grab is Lopez at first base, and there's 2 away. And now Jack Dorcom will come to the plate. Dorcom, as a freshman, had 11 hits. He's matched that hit total here in his sophomore year. Takes the first pitch for a ball. He walked in his first at-bat today. Well, last year hit .297. Showed a lot of promise as a freshman. This year has continued to do that. Also showed a lot of power last season with 5 doubles on the year. And he's already got 3 multi-hit games this season. It's 2-1 to him now. Pitch misses for ball 3. Dorcom trying to start a 2-out rally for the Bridgemen. Trying to get on base here with 2 outs. The bottom of the third. This pitch is rolled over. Uceta has it, shuffles, throws on to first, and it's just in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Luis De Leon. Fort Lee goes down in order. We move to the top of the 4th, a good one brewing. back here to start inning number 4. Fort Lee currently with a 2-1 lead. This is now Johnny Raghunath at the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat. That pitch is in there for a called strike, and it's 2-2. Through 3 innings, Garcia has allowed 5 hits. He's walked 3 and has allowed the 1 run. That's 3-2 in the first at-bat of this inning. Raghunath hitting .222 on the year. And he draws a walk here, and he's aboard. It's Caleb Guzman, who doubled in his first at-bat, gets another chance to hit here. Guzman drove the ball the deepest part of this park all the way to center field. Looks at that first pitch for a called strike. They throw behind the runner at first. Sango didn't get the tag down. And Raghunath slides back in safely. Good throw from Senator, though. Made that play close. Garcia trying to work around the leadoff walk. This pitch is fouled off, and 0-2. Senator and Garcia will have a little bit of a conversation on the mound, and now they'll depart. Raghunath takes his lead off first. Garcia settles in on the mound. Guzman waits at the plate. The 0-2 pitch, chopped high. Lee has it, and he fumbles the flip back over to Kim. Everybody's going to be safe. And Guzman reaches. Trouble brewing here for Fort Lee as Charlie King will come up to the plate. Runners on second and third. He squares around a bunt but takes it high. Top of the order looming too for the Maroon Raiders, as they're threatening to tie this game and maybe even more. 1-0 pitch, bunted down, a really good one. Garcia can't get to it, and everybody's going to be safe as Charlie King slides into first base with a bunt single. And now the bases are loaded as Raylan Uceta comes up back to the plate. Uceta is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Boy, Fort Lee would really love one of those two things here. This one is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Corners are in for Fort Lee, while the middle infielders remain in double play depth. Garcia gets his sign, now fires. This pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. It's been a walk, an error, and an infield hit that have loaded the bases. Maroon Raiders trying to capitalize. Score a couple off Garcia. That pitch is in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's a big-time strikeout for Garcia. It's his 4th of the day. More importantly, it's the first out of the inning. As now William Lopez, who has been trouble for Garcia today with a hit and a walk, comes back up to the plate. First pitch to Lopez is in there for a strike. Lopez had a 4-game hitting streak snapped in their last game. This one is rolled over. Sengo fumbles it. Race back to the bag. Won by Lopez. And everybody's safe. A run will score. And it's 2-2. So Dwight Morrow has come back to tie this game. Luis De Leon is now the hitter. He's got 2 doubles today. First pitch to him is upstairs for a ball. So Raghunath was the one who came across the score on that little infield hit. And it's 2-0 now to De Leon. And you've got to be careful with him because, as I just mentioned, 2 doubles already in this game. You can't be too careful with the bases loaded. 2-2 pitch or 2-0 pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Garcia has nowhere to put De Leon, who's trying to give himself some run support. 3-0 pitch. Floated in there for a called strike, and it's 3-1. This pitch is fouled up and off the backstop, and it's 3-2. Garcia has done a good job of battling back in this at-bat. And the count is now full. 3-2 pitch. That misses. Ball 4. A run will score as De Leon draws the walk and gives his team a 3-2 lead. And now Fort Lee will have a conversation on the mound. Looks like Garcia is going to remain in this game. Fort Lee does have some, or a lot of their staff available. Jake Lee and Marcus Lee both have 110 pitches available, as well as Jacob Greenberg, Max Greenberg. They've got 80 and 69. But still, you got to think about the game tomorrow as well. First pitch, Adrian Gonzalez misses for a ball. And this one is chapped back towards the middle. Could be 2. Lee has it, steps on the bag, throws to first. And it's an inning-ending double play, but not before the Maroon Red Raiders jump out in front. They take a 3-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Marcus Lee, who just made a nice play in the field to end the top half of the fourth, leads things off here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Lee walked in his first at-bat. Fort Lee now finds themselves trailing in this ball game. They have made come from behind wins something of a norm for them on this current streak that they have been riding. Trying to do the same thing here today. The 1-0 pitch to Lee misses for a ball. And credit to Luis De Leon, who through 3 innings has worked around 6 walks, allowing just the 1 hit. Yes, Fort Lee has scored the 2 runs, but if he didn't stay composed, a lot of those innings had the potential to unravel, but he made pitches, let his fielders make nice defensive plays, and he's been able to battle in today's ball game. He issues the 4-pitch walk and will have to work around another one here. Marcus Lee is on board for the second time in today's ball game. Now Gabe Garcia, who's 0 for 1, gets another chance at it. They throw over to first. I tell you, Lee was almost caught leaning. He slides in under the tag. De Leon displayed a nice pickoff move there. And this one is bunted foul off the bat of Garcia, who was trying to move Lee over. Kind of ran inside. It almost looked like Lee couldn't get the bat out of the way while at the same time protecting himself from being hit by that pitch that ran inside. Fort Lee does have Jack Dorcom warming up out in left field. You wonder if he's next to take the mound. There goes Lee for second. He's in there safely as the throw goes into center field. And just like that, Fort Lee has the tying run in scoring position. Trying to erase this Maroon Raider lead almost right away as it was generated. That pitch is swung at, I believe. They appealed down, and second base umpire agrees, and it's 1-2. Fort Lee looking for their second hit of the day. 1-2. Rolled over. Picking it up is Uceta. Throws it on to first. It's in time. Lee does a good job of getting over to third. And he moves 90 feet away from scoring with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And C.J. Senator will be the hitter. Senator walked in his first at-bat. First pitch runs upstairs for ball 1. This one is lifted down the left field line. Going over is done. But it's going to land foul. Boy, Senator got into that one a little bit. Gave it a good ride out there towards left field. Unfortunately, just continued to hook foul. The 1-1. That one is also fouled off by Senator. Waiting on deck is Max Greenberg. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And it's a strikeout, the second of the day for De Leon. And there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Max Greenberg will be Fort Lee's last hope in this inning. Try to tie things up and not leave Marcus Lee stranded after the leadoff walk. He stands at third base. First pitch to Greenberg is swung on and fouled off. Got a timeout called. De Leon gets a signal from the home plate umpire. We're good to go. He winds and fires the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Gets away from Gonzalez, but not far enough away so that Lee would try to attempt to take home. And it's just 1-1. Greenberg takes that one in the dirt. He's ahead in this at-bat. Coming into the day, Fort Lee had taken just 32 walks on the year, a little under 3 per game. That pitch is in there for a strike today. They've taken 7. Nearly double the amount that we're used to seeing on average for the Bridgemen. I'd like a couple more hits here too, though, especially with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Tying run on third base. The 2-2 pitch to Greenberg. Rolled over, picked up in fair territory. Oh, no, it looks like it was picked up in foul territory. So a break there for Fort Lee as Max Greenberg will get another chance after that one is deemed a foul ball. De Leon looking to strand another Bridgman on the base paths. 2-2 pitch. In there for a called third strike. Greenberg is put away on strikes, and the inning is over. That's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Luis De Leon. Fort Lee gets the leadoff runner aboard, but leaves him stranded. We go to the 5th. Maroon Raiders in the lead. Back here for the top of the 5th inning. Maroon Raiders of Dwight Morrow with a slim 3-2 lead. First pitch of the inning is in their first strike. This is Cooper Wan at the plate. 1 for 1 on the day. He swings and misses at that one, and it's 0-2. Gabe Garcia remains on the mound and gets another strikeout there. It's a swing and a miss. Garcia's 5th strikeout of the day. There's one away here. Angel Garcia now will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. While Fort Lee did surrender the lead last inning, they were able to leave a couple of more runners stranded out there. Marcus Lee made a really nice play at shortstop. Was able to step on second base himself and turn the double play. Prevented Dwight Morrow from growing their lead. And Garcia remains on the mound here for his 5th inning of work. Trying to complete 5 innings and another start here in 2024. Garcia has thrown the most pitches on this staff coming into today with 328. Next closest behind him was Paul Bonilla, who has thrown just 217 on the year. So, I mean, after today's game, that margin only is going to grow. It's 3-2 now to Garcia. This one is looped into left field for a base hit. Garcia has his first hit of the day. It's the 8th hit of the day for the Maroon Raiders, and they got a runner aboard here with 1 out. If Garcia was to finish this inning, it would be the 3rd time he had gone at least 5 innings in an outing this season. He's going to have to do some work now, though, as Johnny Raghunath stands at the plate. Raghunath fouls that one off. He struck out in his first at-bat. At-bat number 2 drew a walk and came around to score. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Garcia on the year, the team leader in strikeouts now with 22 on the season. Jacob Greenberg is right behind him with 19. Fort Lee's top 3 inning getters all have ERAs below 3.4s. So that pitch misses outside, but that is a pretty good spot for your staff to be. Consistently delivering quality outings, that's keeping your team in a lot of games. This pitch just misses for ball 2. Hung upstairs just a little bit too high for the home plate umpire's liking. And Garcia settles back in. The 2-2 pitch. This one just off the plate. Garcia's walked 2 guys today. But now he's struck out 6. Turns Raghunath away looking. It's the 2nd time he struck out today, and there's 2 away here in the 5th. As Caleb Guzman now will come to the plate. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Guzman reached on an error in his last at-bat. Did have a double in his first at-bat, though. And this pitch is upstairs, 3-0. Garcia trying to get out of this fifth inning. That pitch misses, ball 4. Guzman draws the walk. And now Charlie King will come up to the plate, but looks like he'll face a different pitcher. Pete Kraljic is going to remove Gabe Garcia from this game after he goes 4 2/3. He strikes out 6. He walks 3. He works around 8 hits and allows the 3 runs. He'll turn things over for a pitching change. We'll tell you about it when we come back. So Jack Dorcom will be the reliever that Fort Lee opts to go to. He's got a 7.27 ERA and 8 2/3 innings pitched this year. He's allowed 9 earned runs, but he does have really good strikeout numbers. He has struck out 13 and has walked 2. He comes in here with runners on first and second with 2 outs. And he will face Charlie King, who singled in his last at-bat. And he sends this one into center field. It's down for a base hit, and it skips over the head of Senator. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. Guzman is rounding third. King's on his way to third base. And Dwight Morrow scores 2 more runs off of the base hit from Charlie King. And the Maroon Raiders all of a sudden have a 3-run lead as the lineup flips over and Raylan Uceta comes up to the plate. First pitch to him misses. Well, if you looked at the trajectories of these two teams coming in, this is not a score you'd have expected to see at this point in the ball game, but credit to the Maroon Raiders. They have certainly bought their bats today. That pitch misses for a ball, and it's 3-0. Uceta is 0 for 3, trying to get aboard for the first time this afternoon. Squares around a bunt, leaves it though, and it's in there for a strike. And the 3-1 runs upstairs, ball 4. Runners at the corners for Dwight Morrow. As William Lopez, a guy who's been on base 3 times today, comes back for his 4th plate appearance. He has driven in 1 run. Runner will take off for second. They do throw down. Now a runner will take off for home as the ball squirts into center field. There's going to be a play at third base. It gets away from Bonilla. And this inning continues to go the way of the Maroon Raiders as they score another run. Charlie Lopez comes across to score, or Charlie King, excuse me. And Uceta advances to third base. It's 0-1 to Lopez. This pitch ripped back towards the middle. It's into center field for a base hit. Uceta will score 7-2 Maroon Raiders. Lopez has his 3rd hit of the day and his 2nd RBI. Jack Dorcom struggling to get out of this inning. He'll face Luis De Leon, who has been on base 3 times today. Runner takes off for second. The throw down is in time. Senator gets him from behind the plate and ends the inning, but not before the road team puts up 4 runs. They stretch their lead to 7-2. Fort Lee will attempt to come back right after this. Stephen Kim will lead things off here for Fort Lee in the bottom of the 5th. All of a sudden, Fort Lee finds themselves trailing by 5. A game where they still just have 1 hit. First pitch of the inning from Luis De Leon. Has put together a good outing. Misses for ball 1, and that one misses for ball 2. Well, we've seen Fort Lee stage multiple late inning, multi-run comebacks this season. They're going to have to do the same here if they want to walk out of here with a win. Kim chops this one down the third base line, but it's foul. Right over in Luke Senator's direction, who is waiting on deck. 2-1 in the dirt, ball 3. And Kim sends this one foul down the line. Kim has had hits in 10 of 11 games this season. Had a 9-game hitting streak to start the year. That was snapped with an 0 for 3 day against Paramus Catholic, but bounced back nicely against Ridgefield and went 2 for 3 in that game. Still hitless today. He has reached base with a walk. The 3-2 pitch misses for ball 4. Oh no, they ring him up. It'll go down as a strikeout, and there's one away. 4th strikeout of the day for De Leon. And now Luke Senator will be the hitter. Senator settles in to face De Leon. He's 1 for 2 in today's game. First pitch is high. Now, Fort Lee has gone the last 3 innings without a base hit. That might just change here. This one is sent into left field. Moving over and making the catch is Raghunath. And there's 2 away. Jacob Greenberg will come up to the plate for his 3rd appearance. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Try to turn the tide here. First pitch to Greenberg misses. He fouls this one back. Greenberg has registered 3 3-hit games on the season. 4 multi-hit games in total. And came into today with a .500 slugging percentage. He has been held in check so far by Luis De Leon. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-1 pitch. That's off the plate for ball 2. All over the stretch of good baseball for Fort Lee. They've won games in a couple of different ways. I've already mentioned that they'd be forced into staging a few late inning comebacks. They've won some high scoring games, notably a 13-6 win over Weehawken. They've won some low scoring games, 4-0 victory over Dumont. That one is chopped over to Garcia. He has it, throws it on to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Maroon Raiders in the driver's seat. Back here for the top of the 6th inning. Jack Dorcom still on the mound for Fort Lee. This is Luis De Leon at the plate. His at-bat was cut short at the end of last inning as his teammate was caught stealing to end the 5th. De Leon has been excellent on the mound today. He has also had a pretty good day at the plate. Couple of RBIs, couple of doubles, also reached base by way of the walk. Big reason why his team is in control, in the driver's seat here in the 6th inning. And he sends this one into right field. Greenberg is going over. He'll just have a look at it as it actually hits off the top of the Dwight Morrow bus. That's sitting in foul territory. It's 1-1. Pitch is in there for a strike. That one misses down low for ball 2. And 2-2 pitch misses ball 3. Dorcom trying to not allow the leadoff runner aboard here in what is Dorcom's first full inning of work. We saw him coming to the last inning, inheriting a couple of base runners. So he gets a clean slate here in inning number 6. Trying to keep it clean. 3-2 pitch. Just misses ball 4. Luis De Leon draws the walk. And now Adrian Gonzalez will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 in this game, is grounded into a double play. Swings and misses at that pitch, and it's 0-1. Paramount for Fort Lee to keep this lead right back, or right at where it is. You don't want to put too much pressure on your team at the plate. This one gets over the head of Senator. The runner will take off for second. Senator will eat the throw. And Luis De Leon slides into second base. He's now in scoring position. Dorcom fires that pitch. It's off the glove of Senator. There goes De Leon for third. He is in there. The Maroon Raiders threatening to extend their lead. Fort Lee shades their infielders just a little bit in. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. And that pitch gets by Senator again. Fortunately, this time, De Leon is not going to be able to advance a base because of it. But the count is 3-2. Three-two pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Dorcom. And there's runners at the corners here as Cooper Wan comes up to the plate. Senator will give out instructions to his infielders on how they want to handle the base runners. Would imagine that Gonzalez is going to be put in motion with the runners on first and third. First pitch to Juan is in there for a strike. They throw behind the runner at third. The throw down is nearly in time. But it looked like the ball may have fell out of Bonilla's glove. And it's 1-0. And seen Senator a couple of times nearly throw behind a guy and get him out. We've seen him throw out a base runner trying to steal a base. That time, nearly a big time throw down the third base line. It's 1-1 now. This pitch is fouled back. Dorcom could really use a strikeout here. This one is lifted down the left field line, and it's into left field for a base hit. 1-1, one run will score. Gonzalez is held at third. It's an RBI single for Cooper Juan. And he gets an RBI as De Leon comes across to score. 8-2, Dwight Morrow. Angel Garcia will come to the plate. He's singled in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 3. Dorcom steps off, takes a look at each runner. Now we'll step back on. Pitches low. They throw down to second. They get the runner at second. Runner's coming home, and the throw is too high. Another run will score as Gonzalez crosses home plate. Cooper Juan was thrown out at second for the first out of the inning. And there's now nobody on the base paths. 1-0 pitch to Garcia. He swings and misses at that one. It's 1-1. It's a good job by the Maroon Raiders there to be able to manufacture a run with the base running. In that situation, you're basically trading an out for another insurance run. This one is looped over, and the catch is made by Marcus Lee, and the inning still remains on. Just 2 outs. The Bridgemen were ready to trot off the field there. And now Johnny Raghunath will come to the plate. Takes that first pitch for ball 1. Raghunath 0 for 2 in this one. Did walk and did come around to score a run. This ball is swung on a miss. Mentioned these two teams back in action tomorrow. A game that will be at Dwight Morrow. 4:15 first pitch. Fort Lee gets their next 2 on the road. They'll take on Teaneck on April 26th, which will be Friday. It's another 4:15 start before coming home Saturday morning and taking on Wallington at 11 a.m. And they have a heavy schedule for the next week as we close out April. It's 3-1 the count to Raghunath. And this pitch is fouled off, and it'll be full count. Dorcom winds and offers the 3-2 pitch. It just misses for ball 4. Raghunath is aboard with his second walk of the day. And this will warrant a mound visit and maybe a pitching change. It will be a pitching change. That Jack Dorcom's day is done. Looks like Paul Bonilla is going to come in this game and pitch. We'll tell you a little bit about it when we come back. So it's going to be Bradley Lee who is taking things over on the mound for Fort Lee. Lee comes into this game with a 2.33 ERA and just 6 innings of work. He's allowed 2 earned runs, 6 walks, and has struck out 6. His first task of the day will be getting out Caleb Guzman here and ending this top half of the 6th inning. Dorcom remains in the game and will play third base. Believe Paul Bonila's day is done, who came in to play third base. As this ball is thrown into the outfield, that's going to allow Raghunath to get to second base on the errant throw. That one's floated across the plate for a strike. Guzman has doubled, walked, and reached on an error. He's come around to score 1 run. Pitch is outside. That pitch hits him, and they're going to allow him to reach on the hit by pitch. 4th time he's been on board today. Doing it in every different way. Charlie King now will be the hitter. He drove a ball into center field last time. That plated 2 runs. King was able to get all the way to third base on the play. And then hit that has served as maybe the hit that kind of swung momentum in this game. As that pitch is in there for a called strike. After taking on Fort Lee tomorrow, Dwight Morrow will play Demarest on Friday. They'll then take on Leonia on Saturday. They get their next 3 games at home, so they're hoping a win here today could potentially spark a few more as they get their next few at home. It's 2-2 to King. Bradley Lee trying to stop the scoring here in the 6th. The 2-2 pitch, tapped foul. We'll do it again. Bradley Lee looks in and now delivers. This ball sent out into the second base area. Jumping is Kim. He makes the grab and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Fort Lee is going to need a comeback. They trail 9-2. Nico Sango will be the hitter here in the bottom half of the sixth. Fort Lee trying to put together a rally, trying to generate some base hits here. They have not had a hit since the first inning. First pitch is upstairs to Sango. And this one is rolled over, scooped up by Lopez. He steps on first, and there's one away. So Luis De Leon, despite walking 7, he has just continued to mix things up and keep these Fort Lee hitters off balance. As Jack Dorcom now will come to the plate. First pitch to Dorcom misses. Dorcom is 0 for 2 in this one. Or 0 for 1, excuse me. With a walk and a ground out. Pitch is in there for a strike. De Leon, he has struck out 4, but majority of the day, he has really just let his defense do the work. Has pitched to contact, mixed things up like I mentioned. He has been able to prevent any Fort Lee hitter from really barreling the baseball all afternoon. And it's just been really good and has delivered exactly what the Maroon Raiders have needed. He gets another high chopper here, picked up by King. He throws it on to first. It's in time. And now Marcus Lee will come up to the plate. Lee has walked and grounded out. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. This pitch is fouled back, and so 0-2. So now De Leon has gotten 17 straight outs without allowing a hit. He has walked a good number of batters in that stretch, but has not allowed a hit. Really good stuff from the right-hander. The 0-2 pitch in there for a called third strike. It's the 5th strikeout of the day for De Leon. He continues to cruise. We're going to the top of the 7th. Maroon Raiders with a 9-2 lead. We've reached the top of the 7th here. Bradley Lee still on the mound. His first pitch of the inning misses for a ball. This is Raylan Uceta at the plate. 0 for 3 in this game with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Pitch is in there for a called strike. That pitch misses for ball 2. It's 2-1. It's been a 9-hit day for the Maroon Raider offense. They've scored 9 runs. No one finds the strike zone. They've been granted 4 walks, but it's really been their offensive ability and their ability to swing the bat that's made the difference in this one. Not that time. Uceta is struck out. 7th strikeout of the day by Fort Lee pitchers. And William Lopez will come to the plate. He has been on base 4 times in this game as an RBI. 2 RBIs, excuse me. He's got 3 singles and a walk. First pitch runs high and inside to him. He dances out of the way. And it's 1-0. 2-0, excuse me. That one finds the strike zone. Luis De Leon is waiting on deck, another guy who has been on base 4 times today. Hitters 2 and 3 in this order have combined for a number of base hits. How about this, though, from Marcus Lee? He slides, scoops it up, gathers himself, makes the throw in time, and there's 2 gone. And now Luis De Leon will come to the plate, but as I was saying, hitters 2 through 3 in this order have 5 hits. Offense really spread around, though, throughout the whole order for the road team in this one. First pitch to De Leon is in there for a strike. Haven't really seen anybody warming up, so you'd imagine De Leon will come out and pitch the 7th inning. Again, he has not allowed a hit since inning number 1. And the 1-1 is in there for a strike. The 1-2 pitch misses upstairs. Bradley Lee winds and fires the 2-2, bounces it in front of home plate, so the count is full. And 3-2. Just misses for ball 4. De Leon is aboard again. 5th time he has reached base safely today. How about that? He has been spectacular on the mound and just as good at the plate. He gives way to Adrian Gonzalez, who comes up. He's 0 for 3 in this game. Couple of ground outs, a fly out, and a walk, and a run scored. He fouls this first pitch off. It's 0-1. One gets lodged into the backstop. No 1 misses. Pitch misses as well. It's 2-1 now. Fort Lee has walked 5 hitters today. As that pitch is in the dirt, there goes the runner for second. The throw down's a good strike. Skips up over the glove of Kim and into center field. Senator is there to pick it up. De Leon will advance all the way to third base on the stolen base. And it's still just 3-1 at the plate to Gonzalez. The 3-1. That pitch is in there for a strike. Now Lee is trying to get out of this inning. 3-2 pitch. Chopped off foul. So we'll do it again with the 3-2. This one is lined over, caught by Sango, and the inning is over. So the Maroon Raiders get a runner in scoring position, but Bradley Lee leaves them stranded. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Fort Lee will try to stage a little comeback here. Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Fort Lee will try to lead things off here. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. They'll need 7 in this inning to tie it. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead in today's game, but the Maroon Raiders were able to fight back, take a lead, and then grow on that lead continuously over these past couple of innings. They're looking for their 3rd win of the season. This pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch, swung on a miss. There's one gone. Strict 6 strikeout for De Leon. He has allowed just the 1 hit. And it looks like his day is going to be done. Maybe hit that pitch count limit. So we'll have a pitching change here for the Maroon Raiders. Tell you a little bit about it when we come back. Back here, we'll tell you about the Dwight Morrow pitching change. William Lopez will come in. He was previously playing first base. He has a 3.57 ERA and 15 and 2/3 innings of work this year. Second pitch to Senator Reed misses outside. Lopez has allowed 8 earned runs. He has struck out 18 and he's walked 11. Just needs 2 outs here. He's ahead in this at bat 1-2. And this pitch is swung on and missed. There's 2 away. Looks like De Leon has stayed in this game and is playing first base. So those two just swap positions. This one is popped in the air, and it's down for a base hit. Max Greenberg gets a 2-out single. It's just the second hit of the day for Fort Lee, their first since the second hitter of the day. And they'll extend this game just a little bit longer. Or excuse me, it was C.J. Senator with that base hit. Now Greenberg comes to the plate. And they're going to issue the balk call there, so Senator will take second. Oh, 0-1 to Greenberg in their first strike, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2. Swung on and missed. That time it's a strikeout, and there's 2 gone. And here comes Stephen Kim. Represents Fort Lee's last out of the day. First pitch to him misses for ball 1. Number 4 Lee scored 2 runs in the first inning, but they've been held in check since. The Maroon Raiders looking like they're going to get their 3rd win of the season. That pitch is in there for a strike. This one's fouled off, and it's 1-2. Fort Lee down to their final strike. The 1-2. Just outside. 2-2. Lopez trying to put the finishing touches on this one. This one is fouled off. The 2-2 pitch. Rolled over, picked up by Uceta, throws it on to first, and it gets by De Leon. A run will score. This game will continue on as Senator crosses home plate, and it's 9-3 here in the 7th. As Luke Senator will stride into the box. Kim advances to second on the error. Gives Fort Lee just a little bit of life here on this Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday evening now. That pitch misses upstairs, and it's 1-0. Senator is 1 for 3 on the day. He's adding this count 2-0. That pitch is in there for a called strike. And this one is chopped over. Uceta has it. This time he makes the throw, and it's in time. And the ball game is over. The Dwight Morrow Maroon Raiders come in and take this one by a score of 9-3. They improve their record to 3-8 on the year. They get to 2-5 in Big North play. Fort Lee, on the other hand, falls to 7-5. They fall to 3-2 in division play, as they were held in check today by Luis De Leon on the mound, who nearly went a complete game. He was able to get one out in the final inning. He allowed just the one hit and just the 2 runs today. He was spectacular. Hey, my name is Charlie Carbonetto. For everybody here at Fort Lee, we thank you for joining us. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll see you next time.